What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning on in to the Evergreen Motovlog channel. Today, I'm going to be doing an install video, and I'm going to be replacing the stock exhaust here with the tried and true, trusty Shorty GP. But before I get into that, let's get a couple soundbite samples for you guys so that we can do a little bit of a comparison during the video. So first off, I'm gonna bust out my trusty decibel meter. So I'm gonna just set that kind of like the bottom of the phone facing that way. And this is what the Honda Rebel 500 stock exhaust sounds like in a garage. So as you can see, the reading, it's about mid-70s, and then when I talk, it goes up. All right, so let's go ahead and get that reading outside of the garage too, just because that's going to be a little more real world sound. Oh shit, no work. And additionally, I'm gonna flip everything around and do everything from that side of the bike, since that's where the exhaust is. All right, so this is Honda Rebel 500 stock exhaust. We are looking at low 70s until I start talking. One other thing I forgot to do was to put the microphone. This is the giant squid mic. I'm gonna put the microphone next to the exhaust and get a little sound reading that way as well. And here's the sound. While we are waiting for that background neighbor noise, whatever, to go away, I figured I would go ahead and do an unboxing of the Radiant Cycles Shorty GP and also give my exhaust a chance to cool down. So, yep, let's get to it. Don't mind the messy desk in the process of changing desks. So, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, Shorty GP comes in this nice little just completely blank white box. I think this just pops up right here. Oh. So this is the Shorty GP from Radiant Cycles, and I think the baffle is included as well. So yeah, let's take a quick look. Yep, so this is the baffle, and honestly, I don't know, I'm gonna have to look at other ones online because it's kind of rusty in there. But I'll probably go ahead and do a video, or start with the baffle in there, and then if I want I can take it out. So here we go. This is the Radiant Cycles Shorty GP exhaust for the Honda Rebel 500, 300, and I think it works on the 1100 also. Yeah, super clean. I know some people have complained that this does not come in black, but I guess I could go ahead and paint it later. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. So I'll go ahead and kind of look this over a little bit, and then, yeah, we'll put it on the motorcycle. And we are back now and going to remove the stock exhaust here from the Honda Rebel 500. These instructions also work the same for the Honda Rebel 300. And all that it's going to take is a 12mm bolt here and another one down here. So I will go ahead and loosen those, and then we can take the exhaust off. If you're not going to have passenger pegs or don't plan on having another exhaust down the road, you can also remove this whole piece, and I believe it's a 6mm Allen key just in both of these holes here. But I'm going to go ahead and leave it on there for now because I currently at the moment have intentions to swap out the Shorty GP exhaust down the road. So yeah, my main reason, like I've explained in previous videos, is My main reason for switching to the Shorty GP exhaust really is just to allow myself to have those louder pipes. Hopefully that helps add a little bit of presence and road noise. And, you know, obviously swapping out your exhaust is fun and probably one of the things that people do first in terms of modifications to their bike. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it sounds. I wanted to review it for all of you guys and do my best to give you my first impressions and what my thoughts are on it. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the exhaust to the Shorty GP now, and then yeah, down the road maybe pick up something that's different that may require this piece here. And who knows, I may do passenger pegs as well in the future. All right, got that top one removed, and now on to this bottom one down here. All right. And that is with the stock exhaust removed. And one thing to keep in mind too, the stock exhaust comes with this clamp here, and I think there might also even be a ring in there because I don't see it on here. But that is not needed because the Shorty GP does not need. It comes with its own clamp, and there's a little gasket as well that only the stock exhaust uses. One thing I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna go ahead and just put the bolts back on, and I'm gonna put them onto the stock exhaust just so that I have them available for the future. Since there's all those pieces in there, and like I said, I might use this again in the future, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this bolt back here, but then the one that just goes right into the exhaust, which you can kind of see right there, I'm gonna go ahead and leave with the exhaust. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and wheel the bike out and give you a sound of what it sounds like without any exhaust. And we'll do a decibel reader just so that we can kind of have a little bit of a comparison. So I'm gonna get my trusty decibel reader out here. So this is Honda Rebel 500, no exhaust whatsoever. All right, so as you can see, when I talk, it'll go up. But we're a good 10 decibels louder than we were with the stock exhaust. So let's just give it a couple revs. I'm gonna go ahead and take my mic off. Holy crap, that sounds awesome. But everything I've heard, the Shorty GP sounds even better than what the Honda Rebel 500 sounds like without any exhaust. So let's get that installed and see what the final product sounds like. One thing too, when I was looking at the Shorty GP exhaust, was there is this baffle in here. And I don't really know the best way to tighten that, so I'm just gonna mess with it for a second. All right, so to tighten the baffle, you need to have apparently a 5/16 wrench, and then you can tighten this little bolt right here. So I'm gonna slide it into the exhaust and tighten it. So I'm gonna finger tight first and then tighten down with the wrench. Oh shit. So hopefully, as you can see, I've got it in there pretty good. Gotta get that Gatorade in. Yeet! Oh, let's go. First shot. All right, and I've got the baffle in there, and I'm gonna have to do this kind of quickly because my GoPro just shut off due to the heat. So I'm gonna throw this on the Rebel 500, and we're hopefully gonna get a couple more sound bites and the moment you've all been waiting for. So to put the Shorty GP exhaust back on the Rebel, it is a 10mm socket, and you just need to slide her on and tighten this bolt right there down. So keep in mind that you also are going to need a 10mm wrench. So I want the exhaust probably kind of pointed away from the bike and out. So something like that. That feels pretty tight. I may tighten it a little bit more in just a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and get a sound first impression. That looks pretty nice. That looks better in person than it does in the videos. So yeah, let's get some sound, some decibel readings, and yeah, let's do it. This is the Radiant Cycle Shorty GP on the Honda Rebel 500. Decibel test, first time hearing it, and it has the baffle in. Man, does that sound nice. All right, so we're high 70s, low 80s for idle. And this is gonna be the microphone test. All right, let's get to the garage test. I don't know if you can see it or not. All right, and that is the Radiant Cycle Shorty GP on the Honda Rebel 500. It looks pretty nice. It looks better in person than it did, or than it does online, I'll have to admit. You know, when I see this online on pictures and stuff, I'm like, I don't know if it looks the best, but yeah, looking at it in person, it looks pretty nice. And yeah, it's just one of those things, I don't know, I just don't think the microphone can transfer the sound, you know, because the videos I've listened to this, it sounds pretty solid, but you know, till you hear it in person, you're like, wow. Yeah, no, that sounds cool. So, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and get geared up real quick and go on a quick ride and just kind of see what it sounds like while I'm riding. We're gonna see you all in 3, 2, 1.